coffee? Where'd I put my coffee? Where's my coffee? It's over here. My coffee has been acquired. Yummy, yummy. Yummy coffee. Sorry, I'll be right there. Or you just chug some down. That's the stuff. That hit the spot, you know? That hit the little spot in my tummy that required some caffeine. Okay. Shouldn't step on the towel. Come on. Let loose. Let loose, you silly boy. It's time for you to get to work. Hello. I'm cleaning my oven door right now with a solution of white wine vinegar, dish soap, and a dash of isopropyl alcohol diluted in some water. Diluted in some water. That's right. That's the stuff. Okay. Look at that door. It's getting clean. That's the good stuff. Hell yeah. And then after, we're gonna go at it with a rag to really get it cleaned up, you know? To really get it shiny. But it's already looking pretty good. Let me say that much. Holy. That's a good door right there. It's a good oven door. I may say so myself. Maybe choosing a title like cleaning makes people not want to watch. I don't know, really. A little Albert Einstein smile for you there. Okay. Get the sides too. That's very important. Well, it's shipping off the paint or whatever it is. That's okay. It's an old oven. It's done a lot of work. Okay. We put that aside for now. What is this? What is this? Almost missed a spot. But the spot is now gone. Hooray. Dude. There's dust there. I might have to vacuum the inside of this bad boy. Okay. Here we go. Sorry about the vacuum, folks. I'm very sorry. Give me 1 sec. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that. Hi. What's going on, folks? How we doing? You doing okay? I gotta check something. Top messages? Nah, all messages. There we go. Hi. How we doing? Hold on. Hi, Sane. How are you? How you doing? I already asked that, but now I'm asking you specifically. Hello? Advia? No? Dvia? Advia? I hope that's good. How are we doing? I'm just doing some spring cleaning. I'm cleaning my oven. It's dirty. Primarily the front of the oven is dirty. The inside, not so much. But, you know, I like being thorough when I can. Might not be the most interesting thing, but I'm also able to talk while doing it, so I'm spritzing it currently with my very own recipe. Hello, what you doing? Cleaning my oven. I'm making something. I am gonna do a little baking later, but I got distracted with the cleaning, so that's okay. I'm gonna make a kind of Swedish recipe that we all love over here called sockerkaka, which is just sugar cake, basically a fluffy sugar cake that you can flavor it with vanilla or chocolate if you wish. So it's all. Hello. I can't say your name. I don't know those letters, but they do look Korean? I want to say South Korean. I'm pretty sure South Korean, right? So once I'm done cleaning my oven, I'm gonna bake a cake. A yummy cake. Oh, I need some rougher sponges for this. I'll be 1 second. I'm gonna go. I am from Sweden, Adria. Yes. You're Finnish? Swedish. Sweden. I'm just gonna go grab a rougher sponge for this oven. This oven does not want to get clean. So we're gonna have to show it the rougher treatment with the green sponge that's more coarse for this type of job. I'm not gonna use steel wool. I tried that once and it scratched the glass. I don't want to risk it, even though it's probably fine. I'm just being careful. I don't mind putting in some extra elbow grease instead, but this sponge is made for it. You see, the other sponge had white, but this is green. That means it's more coarse, in Sweden at least. So I'm sure it'll be perfect. I already see the stains disappearing. The stains aren't that bad either. I try and clean my oven twice a year, so every 6 months. Maybe I should do it more actually, I don't know. Although maybe you're right, maybe I will need the steel wool. Oh my, this is a rough spot. Maybe some more water will loosen them up. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. Pig rider. Put that back to avoid damage. You mean this? It's fine right there. I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. And yeah, I'm from Sweden. Sweden boy. Hallå, hej. Vad händer? How are you people doing? You all doing okay? Where? Sweden. Oh, you're from Canada. That's cool. I've never been outside of Scandinavia, actually. But I do want to try poutine. But we do have hockey in common. So that's nice. Where from in Canada are you? I know Ottawa. I do not know which part is French and which is not, though. I assume the left part. No, yeah, the left part should be French, right? Because of it being owned by France. Like the middle of North America used to be French. So I'm assuming the right side of Canada is the English one, because that's where the Brits were. The deduction skills. Are they correct or wrong? My knowledge of Canada comes from How I Met Your Mother, Northern Lion, which is a streamer, not a show. How I Met Your Mother is a show. And the show Letterkenny and Shoresy. That's where my Canadian knowledge is from. Thank you, Aoi. I appreciate that. It's a nice sentiment, but it's too absolute for my liking. But your beliefs are valid, and I appreciate you trying to help. Thank you. Okay, it should be that side done-ish. We'll see how it goes with this side, though. Free Palestine? Ontario. Je m'appelle Oliver. That's my name. I took French for 3 years from 13 to 15 years old, but I don't remember more than Je m'appelle and s'il vous plaît. That stuck with me. And I'm sure that's all I need, to be honest. Like, s'il vous plaît, and I just point at what I want. I come in, I say, Je m'appelle Oliver, s'il vous plaît, and I point at the alcohol or whatever I want. And then when I'm saying goodbye, I just say, s'il vous plaît, and I point at the exit door. Later advantage? I'm not sure what you mean, Grady. The auto translation might have messed up your message, I'm afraid. Why is that? That's interesting. Okay. So I'm sorry. I also know omelette de fromage. Goodbye, Advia. Have a great day. Yes, Abduman. My name is Oliver. Oliver. Here we go. We're getting it clean, boys. This oven don't stand a chance. That's for damn sure. I'm saying that. It's damn straight. It's learning its lesson, not to mess with my cleaning abilities. Silly oven, thinking it got a chance. I say. You're gonna get clean. That's right, oven boy. French toast slapper? Oh, right. I thought you were saying goodbye because you were leaving, Advia, but you were trying to tell me how to say it in French. Bonjour. I know you were trying to say goodbye to me in French, but an auto translation feature you translated it, so I misunderstood you. I'm so sorry. That's silly. I used to turn it off, but then I couldn't talk to the people who was speaking Spanish or any other language than English or Swedish, so I chose the more inclusive option because I like meeting all sorts of folk, you know? So, I'm sorry. That was a silly misunderstanding on my part. Wet if you use maple syrup? I have some maple syrup. My girlfriend put it on to me when she was making me French toast. Usually I don't buy it because I can't really afford the expensive stuff. And here in Sweden, that's like the real stuff, very expensive, but she paid for it. So I'm like, it's okay. I was like, okay, I'll have some. I guess I can't afford it. With your wallet, I said, thank you. Look at this, it's getting real shiny. I love it. It's what you need in life, a good shiny oven. It makes you feel good when stuff is clean. Sometimes it's hard to have the energy to clean though. But sometimes it's not about whether or not you have the motivation to. Sometimes you just gotta deal with it. And that's also a thing. Peanut butter. In all honesty, I'm just starting to try different things when it comes to cooking. For the past 2 years, I've had the same diet because I was trying to lose weight, but then I fell off it. And my doctors, after my blood test, they said, you need more folates. We're going to give you some folates medication. But I'm eating more broccoli. I've been spending these last 2 weeks catching up on all this cleaning I missed out on without realizing, because I was diagnosed with ADHD, right? And basically what that means is that you have less of brain chemicals that you need to have the ability to do boring tasks and feel motivated and rewarded for the things you do. Like you have less dopamine in your brain, which is the chemical that makes you feel a reward for doing tasks. And also norepinephrine, I think. It doesn't matter. Basically, cleaning and such is just harder for you. So I haven't done all of these small cleaning things. Like I used to basically just have the energy to keep up with the dishes, keeping the floor clean, and doing my laundry, which meant my cooking was very... Do a sweet tradition? Get water? I got some water. Hang on. There's some water right here, buddy. Just tell me when. So basically, I've been put on medication, so now I've been catching up on all the cleaning. I've been playing Minecraft. I've had my Minecraft account for 15 years. Cheers. It does look cloudy though, so I don't know why. It's like air in it or something that's coming out. It's just air. Thank you for having a little cheers with me. That was fun. So yeah, I've played Minecraft. I don't know much about the new stuff though that they've added. I watch Hermitcraft a bit though, here and there. Usually I watch Grian or Mumbo Jumbo. No, not Mumbo Jumbo. I meant Good Times with Scar. I watch usually Good Times with Scar or Grian. Ah, so we've been playing for about the same time then. Basically, you're an OG as well, man. Every time I get the Minecraft question, I think it's a young person forgetting that the game is 15 years old. Brawl Stars or Clash? I have not. I have not played a lot of Brawl games, unfortunately. I used to be a bit of a hermit. Social situations were rough on me because of the combination of my autism and ADHD. So I used to self-isolate, and I learned to not need social interaction, which I'm getting better at now when I'm getting the proper help from the doctors. I'm speaking silly. Sorry about that. Dream speedruns or Forget Labs 100 days videos. Thank you. It's Tushar. Thank you. I am now, yeah. 3 weeks ago I was not. It's all because of my medication. That might sound silly, but it's just basically giving me the chemicals I've been missing for my entire life. So it's like an overnight change. Before, I would never be able to be this open and able to just talk like freely. Like I would always overthink everything. I also realized I have like some small OCD issues and hoarding issues that I didn't see until I got my Concerta medication. It's like a slow release tablet of a branch of methamphetamines that's like a nice version that they prefer you stay on if possible instead of the heavier stuff. I don't have a wife right now, but I do have a long distance girlfriend who I'm very serious about, who's very wonderful and caring and understanding. So that's probably gonna be my wife, you know. But I'm still trying to make it so I can move to her because she's gonna move back to America in July to study in the university. So hopefully I'll be able to start making some money to move in with her and live in America in like a year or two. Hopefully that's the dream, but we'll see. Right now I've been cleaning, trying to incorporate some streams. Thank you, Tusher. I wish you all the best in life as well. You're very kind. I'm gonna switch out the water in this bowl. I got off topic. I've never played Brawl Stars. What kind of game is it? I assume you asked the person who mentioned it earlier, though. Because there was a guy who asked me if I had played it, and I said I hadn't. But I assume it's a Brawl game, right? Oh, I watched the new One Piece live action. And I know it's like, I also know that's the new animated anime on Netflix. I watched a bit of both. I watched some of the anime one, and I watched the live action one fully. So I did like the live action because it made like I don't know his name anymore, but the guy who plays the clown, whose arms can detach, like he can detach his limbs, it was way more spooky in the live action, right? Hang on. Any side effects? Have you noticed any side effects with the medication? At the start, well, I was still getting used to it, and it had a very strong effect because I've never had it before. I'm on the starting dose. It did reduce my appetite a lot, so I have lost some weight, but I'm keeping track of that more. But that's a danger of it because it's a stimulant and it reduces your appetite. There's many side effects, but the ones I noticed is my appetite being gone. It's more there now. And I also noticed my sex drive being gone. But I'm not sure that's a bad thing because look at me. I'm cleaning everything, man. I have time for that stuff later. And I don't think it's an issue because the medication isn't there all day. It disappears at night because it's designed to, so you know. That's when you're getting it on anyway. Yeah, I might need the steel wool. We'll see. The little garden is Norwegian. What my time is? My time is 9:50 a.m. in the morning. You're calling me handsome? Hardworking? Tushar, are you trying to woo me? You're throwing way too many compliments out there. Are you honeypotting me? What's your angle? If you're just being nice, I apologize. I appreciate it a lot. It's very kind of you to say. It's nice to hear that kind of stuff. Thank you. So yeah, I've watched those two One Pieces. But I haven't watched it live, no. I'm not sure if that's something else. Or if you meant the live action one. Because then yes. Then yes. Okay, that's good. I was just checking to see that it wasn't heating up. It's gonna be hard because of the wall. There we go. As a day one, of course. Advia is a name to be remembered. Make sure you get special privileges on my Discord or whatever. I don't have a Discord yet, but if you want to, I'll send you an invite when I have it, or I'll make the invite on. I'll put it in my description once I have it. I've been meaning to make one. It should be up in the next few days. Very rudimentary though. I still need to learn how to make it look better. I know how to make a server, I just don't know how to make it look like it's a thing. But I also don't want to, do the parasocial thing. I'm not really sure that's good. You might need some steel wool. Whoever said that is a genius. Thank you, Abdullah. That's very kind of. Some roses? A little bouquet for me? Some smiley faces? Thank you. Oh, the other day I was out walking through my town doing some minor errands. And in my home, we have, like the parking, like the red light, green lights for cars. In Sweden, we have a little button that you press if you want to cross. You have a button for bike riders and one for walking people. And I was at the one I wanted to cross. I clicked it, and I got the green light to cross it with my feet, my little tippy taps, to walk over. But there was a car already driving into where I was going to cross, and she didn't have time to stop, but it went green just about as she was going to go. So she had to keep going, and I made this face at her, and she started laughing. Yes. Abdomen, you're correct. But it translated it to Swedish, so I still don't know the word for English, but I did a little shocked face, and she started gaffing and half and laughing. That was a fun little interaction. I'm like, excuse me, I'm the one who walks here now, and you just drive? Gave her a little shocked expression as a joke, which she understood was a joke, and she laughed, which was fun. Let's be careful with this steel wool, though. I don't want to ruin the window. Just clean it. I just want to ruin the smudges. Those smudges are going down. They're disappearing, that's for sure. God, I remember when I was young and I was in my own place for the first time, and I cleaned the toilet with steel wool. I cleaned the toilet with steel wool. I ruined the finish on the toilet. And then I pretended it's not an issue, even though it looks really bad. Even when it's clean, you still see like discoloring. I goofed up on that one. Okay, I'll be honest. It's the same apartment I'm in now. I'm gonna have to pay for that when I move out, though, probably. So let's hope I become famous soon. Just a little joke. Where you going, Smudges? You don't stand a chance, I tell ya. Not a chance. Here we go, let's get in there. This is nice. Yes, yes, yes. Look at this clean little thing. What kind of movies do you people like? I've been trying to watch more movies. Any recommendations? Put baby oil? I'm not sure about that one, Abdoman. Not sure about the baby oil. That might not be the move. Or where do you mean I put the baby oil in the crosswalk? Put it at the crosswalk for the cars so they start spinning around? That'd be funny. Some of my favorite movies are Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I like those two. They're very beautiful. And Jim Carrey does very well in those dramatical roles instead of just being a funny guy. If that makes sense. Rango, Hobbit, Interstellar, All Quiet on the Western Front. I've been meaning to watch. All Quiet on the Western Front and Interstellar. I did watch The Hobbit, although I do feel like they made it last a bit longer than it needed to. Because The Hobbit is one book, right? But they made 3 movies out of it. So the pacing is weird if you read the book first, you know? Because you go in with that expectation of it being the book, and then you get all this extra stuff. So, but if you watch it without knowing the book, it's a good time. But if you've read the book, your expectation will not match what you're being given, kind of. So, yeah, I had to change my expectation for that in the moment because I realized it's gonna be different, which, you know, made it more fun. It's a beautiful movie, though, in itself, kind of. What was Rango? I did watch Rango. I don't remember much, but I do know that Johnny Depp voiced it very well. He did very well. He pulled out some of his character that came from the movie that is inspired by the author. That's a bit crazy. It's one of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That movie. The character he played in that movie, Fear and Loathing is like Las Vegas, is very similar to Rango. Just a bit more child friendly as Rango, because the Fear and Loathing movie is very adult. Because it's written by a very crazy author. Okay. What other movies have I heard? Luca Luck, The Jumper, Mario Galaxy, Jesus, The Lord's. Let's not argue about the correct fate, because in my opinion, any fate that improves a person's life is a good fate to have. And I don't think a god would go, even if your fate is not the god that's the correct god, I don't think a god would punish you for doing things that would improve your life and be more kind to the people around you. I think he would just be proud of you for improving your life for yourself and the people around you. Does that make sense? So I don't think arguing about faith is right. As long as you feel it's correct for you, you're doing the right thing. We shouldn't tell others what to think. That just causes conflict and hurt in the world. And that's always bad, no matter what. What? It's dirty inside the glass? That's pissing me off. If you're godly no matter what. There's like a glass inside of here. I can't get to it though. That annoys me. C'est l'envie. Advia, have you heard about those two movies I mentioned? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and Truman Show? I think that's the best we can get to. That's unfortunate. There's just dirt inside the window, man. Inside the two windows. It's pissing me off. It's not gonna be spotless, man. That's sad. I'm gonna have to like create one of those tools that can go into walls to get in between the windows and clean them. Grr. That's what I say. I say grr. I'm grrring out over this. This is an issue. This is a real problem. No, it's not. I'll be fine. I still did a good job on this. Yeah, that's good. That's nice. That's a good job. Good job, me. Let's get this. Rango. Oh shit, I slipped. Oh no. Got water all over the floor, man. This is not good. Hang on, Advia. I'll read your message in a sec. Slippery floor, man. That's not good. Abdomen, stop fighting with other people. It's not good. Even if you don't mean me, everyone's welcome here. Even like you are. What if I banned you from my chat because you didn't say something that I believed in? Wouldn't be very nice. I respect you and your faith. If you feel it's correct for your life, it's correct for your life. But you don't know the life of others, so you should not impose your beliefs upon them. It's not good for anyone. Megamind is good. I haven't seen the Croods. I remember watching like the first Kung Fu Panda when I was like young. I haven't watched the later ones. I'm happy you've seen Truman Show. It's a very good show. I do love all the Studio Ghibli movies, but who doesn't, right? They're so good. Like the Studio Ghibli movies just have such depth to an understanding of being human that just makes everyone feel at home, kind of. That's why they do so well. We'll see how they do now that Miyazaki is getting up there in age, though. Okay, window looks fine. That's good. Oh, careful. Now here comes the tricky part, okay? Because we're gonna have to get this door back on connected because we have the one that's up there that we need to screw back on, and this one is supposed to fly back up like that. You okay? This one okay? Still whole, that's good. If you want a cool like Nordic noir movie, let the right one in. The Swedish version is amazing. They also made a movie, a man named something. I don't remember the name, but there's the Swedish one is the original, and then they made an American version with the guy from Castaway, and he played the main character in the American version. I only watched the Swedish version, and it's a good one, but it feels like a bit silly to me. Because it's about an older grumpy man, right, who realizes his new neighbors are not white, and then he slowly realizes they're people too. Which is, it's like performative in a way. It's a nice movie, a nice heartwarming movie, but it just feels like silly that a movie like that is considered like thought inspiring or whatever, like people not knowing everyone's people is a silly thing to me, but I understand, and I don't blame anyone who's not like that, because I grew up in a family where like casual racism was like normal, so it's hard to get away from it. Even if it was casual, it still leaves an imprint in your beliefs. Why would I mean, honestly, I don't know, man. It depends, right? Because in the Truman Show, it's like it's basically a show about the actual experience of being alive and like facing life for what it is, or living in your cocoon. So if we think about it, everybody lives in their like bubble of safety. Like, for example, let's go back to the thing where I grew up with casual racism, right? I could have like let that be my belief, and my cone of safety would be me not interacting with people who are not white or who doesn't act Swedish, right? So if I let that bubble stay, I would be in my own Truman Show where I'm safe, right? But instead, I make friends with people of other nationalities and cultures, and I disprove that bubble of safety. And it doesn't feel nice because it's scary, right? Like, I remember one time, my neighbor, who is called, I'm not going to say his name, but he's from Sudan, and he needed help calling his internet delivery because his internet was not showing up, right? And it should have showed up. So I help him. I go into his apartment and I hang out and I call the support and I try and figure it out. Unfortunately, I couldn't because it was more of an issue than it should be. So, but he gives me like cookies and stuff, and he like helps me break down that belief I learned growing up that was like in my subconscious kind of. But after, when I got home, I felt anxious, like I had a little worried feeling in my tummy because I felt like I had done something wrong, basically. Okay. So since basically I showed that it was okay to hang out with him, or like that the casual racism imprint in my subconscious, I went against it. And after I was worried because that is like a breakdown of my own little Truman Show reality of what the world is supposed to be, which is a smaller version of what the Truman movie shows, where he's literally in his own reality in a very big way as compared to my very small way. But me as a person, I want to form my own reality and opinion of the world, but I also want to go against my own belief of what, because you don't know what you don't know, and experiences shape us, especially the scary ones, for the better. That's why people get angry when you're correct about something and like that they're doing. Like if you hit a nerve by like assuming something correct that they don't realize because they don't want to realize it, they'll respond with anger, and then after the interaction will realize, damn, they're correct, and they will usually become healthier after a while. Even though in the moment it's scary, there's anger and everything. Sorry, Advia, I went on a spiel there, but so I think we're all in our own little Truman Show. And I mean, for example, if I was in the exact same situation of the Truman Show, right? I'd probably suss out something weird. But I'm not sure what I would do because I have autism, right? So I do enjoy structure. Maybe I'd enjoy the structure of the Truman Show and I just perform for people and hope they enjoy it and just pretend I didn't notice because it's like cozy and cuddly. But like, if I wasn't allowed to grow as a person, I'd try to escape for sure. But if they allow me to grow in that safe bubble where I could like just make people enjoy it and be kind of what I'm being right now and feel like I have a purpose, like cleaning and taking care of myself so I can take care of the people I care about around me. I'd chill out in there. I'd take care, you know? Like there's no better stage than the Truman bubble, right? I wouldn't have to build my own brand. I could just reach people easily. Yeah, I'd just hang out in there and be like, yeah, I'm so scared of water. And they do a wink to the camera. Oh no, water. Oh. Yeah, that's what I do. I'd be an inside joke kind of Truman. Imagine late stage Truman Show when I'm old and in diapers and people have to watch the nurse change my dirty diapers. What's my favorite movie? I did mention Truman Show earlier and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think my favorite movie though would be I never really thought about it. I know younger me would say Goodfellas, but I'm not sure about that anymore. I'm not sure I would like Goodfellas as a favorite movie now in my life. I have a more of an emotional depth than Goodfellas provides, so maybe I'd have another choice. It's very possible. I'm thinking. No, I'd have to say Truman Show actually, just because because of what I just said, I guess. Imagine the gambling arc on Truman Show. I keep losing the money. Oh, the college fund, fuck! Funny. God. I'd be so interesting though, but if I acted like I've acted in my real life, my Truman Show would be like, people would be so aggravated and it's like, oh my God, why is he doing this? It's like so bad for him. Like, why? Literally. I've literally like had wonderful women be interested in me romantically, but because I did not believe I was a person to be desired or worthy, I just pretended I wasn't interested. It goes against like what I want, but I'm too scared to try and get what I want because I learned that that's a bad thing in childhood thanks to my surroundings. So I'd self-sabotage by like stupid ways. And they would like be, oh my God, this guy, man. Maybe my Truman Show would just be a flop and I'd be thrown out on the street as a teen. Oops. Yeah, who knows? Like me as a person wants to do well, but I've never been taught by the people in my upbringing, school and familial bonds never like taught me how to do things correctly, but I was very punished when I didn't succeed in doing things correctly. There was never an attempt to understand the why and to resolve it. It was just yeah, it's hard to explain, but that's it basically. It's very sad, but it made me who I am today. It made me wise beyond your wildest beliefs. Oh my God, there's more dirty stuff coming down. It's not good, man. Oh shit. Fentanyl Truman? Turn into Walter White? No. I don't think so. I don't think I'd be allowed to. I think in such a controlled setting, I don't think that's possible. They'd know what I was doing and stop me, man. And Walter White is such a bad guy. Like, he becomes Walter White because he doesn't grow as a person. He becomes Walter White because he's so looked down upon his entire life that his ego breaks and he overcompensates, kind of, right? Whatever, super ego, I don't know what it's called, but he literally does it because he wants to reclaim what he once was, a great man. And he needs to do it on his terms. And so that's why he only cares about himself when that happens. Because he was a brilliant scientist, the company and everything. Then I'm going to make the cake. Oh, if you want to watch, that's wonderful. That's going to be fun. Should I clean the inside of the oven too? I don't think I need to. I mean, it's not dirty, but I don't have time to clean it right now. I need to clean this more as well. It's grimy. Darn it. Gonna have to be a while longer. I mean, the fact of the matter is the Truman Show movie is like, they made sure he had a good family and good stuff, right? It's not like he went through pain because everything was catered for his success to not have trauma that changed him. They made sure he could be a genuine person without filters and like inferiority complex and stuff, right? So he would be the real thing. So I'm not sure if if the thing like Walter White could ever exist if you were raised in a Truman Show. I know I'm being very, like, overthinking it maybe, but, like, there's a reason it's hard to be genuine. Because you weren't allowed to be genuine as a child. So you think you're wrong when you're being genuine, which isn't true for everyone, obviously, but the people who didn't get good upbringing, that's definitely true. They'll always have something that keeps them back from showing their true selves. Until they figure out what it is, they'll be stuck. Oh, right, true. You're right, Advia. But that was just a way of keeping him there, I guess. But that's a very... Okay, hang on. Like that was a very in-your-face trauma that doesn't... that's just like what it is, right? It's not something that... it's not like... it's not something like that necessarily is like complicated trauma. That sounds dumb, but like he already had like a grown up as a kid and stuff, right? He wasn't like that was like a one-time thing that wasn't repeated, like a parent like minimizing your own emotions over and over. Like it's a different thing. It's very in your face. It's very cut and dry. It's not something that's ambiguous, kind of. So it's different, slightly different, right? But it is definitely a traumatic event that did shape him into being very afraid of water. So you're correct, but it didn't make it into a... It's not a thing. It can, I guess, but it's not something that will create like an issue in your head. Like it only manifests when there's water that he can drown in, kind of. I don't know. But you're correct, that did happen. OG. Maybe a teaspoon. Leif Erikson was an OG. He discovered the... Tyler, actually, you're correct. He possibly did discover America. I was thinking about, because Leif Erikson tried to create a colony on, was it Iceland or Greenland? Whatever, probably Greenland, right? I don't know. But I was thinking, because his colony failed, but I was thinking about the guy that came after him that managed to create a colony over there. That guy was an outlaw, so he didn't have a choice. He couldn't go back, so he had to survive, which he managed to do. I don't remember his name, darn it. But the story goes in the saga that was written down that he was on his ship and he threw down like a log and said, wherever this log makes landfall is where I'll build my kingdom or my city or whatever. But he was an outlaw from Norway, so he couldn't go back to Norway. So I assume that's why he had a bit of a more stakes in surviving there. But Leif Erikson's colony did fail. Oh, I love thunder. We had a big storm where I live recently. I was walking past some older trees, and all of the trees had just been blown over. It was crazy. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting clean. That's nice. That's good. And then we also need to clean these buttons. Get out there. Come on. Get over here. Oh, they're dirty. They're dirty boys. These two buttons will have to wait. I even have to clean my sponge, dude. That's crazy. So we had like very heavy storm. There wasn't thunder here. There wasn't thunder going on, but it was very stormy and rainy, and it blew over a bunch of trees in a place that I walked past yesterday. It was crazy. I'm like, damn! Damn, I said. Even have to clean my sponge out, dude. Holy moly. There we go. That's a clean sponge. Get out of here. There we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, I heard about them exploding when it's really cold. I saw my girlfriend is from North Dakota, and it was crazy hearing about like that they had to warn people about exploding trees around that area. Could you say Downey 30 days till it's out of the Swedish girl's voice? No, I cannot. Abdomen. I'm sorry. Valhalla Rising. Yeah. Which movie is that again? Is that the one where they go to, that they make landfall in North America and the guy gets fucking bomb blasted with arrows? Is that what I'm thinking about? Is that correct? Or am I crazy? Ugh. I have 2 cats. They don't care much about fireworks or thunder. I don't really realize. Maybe they're more scared of the vacuum, to be honest. Which I understand. That's more of a direct threat. My windows have fairly good sound isolation, so it doesn't affect them much. But I also know that like a lot of people feel like sorry for their pets when they're scared, and they like reinforce the fear by, you know, oh little baby, oh buddy buddy, instead of just like acting normal and showing everything's fine. Like they like, I don't know how to explain it, instead of just like acting normal, because pets kind of read you in a way too on what's going on as you can read them. So a lot of people will act like it's a big deal and make it a big deal. Arrow. Okay, then that's the correct movie. I don't know if I've seen it or if it's just that I've seen clips of it. Either way, what I've seen I like. Okay, this is clean. What's this? This is clean too. I need to clean that part. But for that, I need to put the door back on. Yeah. So let's put the door back on. First, I'll put these in. Put some vinegar on these ones. Ow, my knee. My poor old man knee, man. You don't know the struggle of being an old man. An old man from Vietnam. Flip them over. There you go. Gotta be thorough. That way, cleaning makes it easier. Yes, yes, yes. Hang on, chat. I'll be right with you. I'm just being very thorough with my oven buttons, whatever they're called. Knobs? Yeah, knobs. That's the name. What's been going on? What we typing? What we writing? I am making cake. What gym do you go to? Amazingly. I used to go to a gym called 24/7. I have not been a member there since the end of May as of last year. And I have not worked out since either. Although I have been very active in the past few weeks. So I'm feeling my strength returning towards me. But the plan is to start working out again. And to start, I will be working out at home. I have a lot of bands. I have a door I can attach them to. I have a water fillable thing. So I'll be able to get back into some shape at home for now. And then what gym I go to, I do not know. Because 24/7 has gone the sheeple route. And that means that they have kinda gone sheeple mode. Just going here. How it goes in, I think it is. Has to be. And then we need to attach these carefully. Where's the screws? Sorry. Darn it. So the 24/7 gym used to have a worker there from 12 to like 7 all weekdays and for like 2 or 3 hours on Saturdays. But then they got established in Sweden and started to have more people preferring them, and they felt secure enough in the people going to their gym that they instead started to only have people working there on Tuesday and Thursdays and make everything automatic. So you have an app and a QR code scanner to get through the sluice, the door sluice. So now it's just a dead gym. And the only time people can actually go into reception and talk to a human if you're not a member is on Thursdays for 2 hours. Otherwise, the only way to become a member is by paying on your phone. Paying with a QR code. So it's like it's just dead. And it fucking sucks there now. It made it like feel like a bygone era that makes me nostalgic and sad of it being gone. So yeah. Take care, Advia. Subscribe if you want to. But get your day going. Thank you for hanging out with me. It was very nice meeting you. But basically, I'm gonna like probably try the different gyms in town that actually have more of a social aspect to it. Because 24/7 does not anymore. Or maybe I'll return there and just grind and become a buff boy. Who knows, right? Here we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. Lovely. Enjoy your noodles. Noodles are yummy. Yummy noodles. Okay, now we what we're doing now. The door's good. Okay, door's good. I can get these back, put them back in there. Put them back in there. The screws, the bits, the screw bits. Okay, Abdomen, I see what you're saying. Drop the bit right there. My mistake. Oopsie daisy do. Whatever will I do? I'll be okay. That's what I'll do. I'll be okay. Hooray. Where's the thing? I'll use this one. Gotta put my gloves back on. I'll mess up my hands. Get back up there. Okay. Amuse bouche. Back you go. Here we are. Don't get wet. You'll mess up. Okay, we got you. Gonna put the spray on you. Careful, clean this. It doesn't drip too much. Gotta be thorough. Get to all the pots. Get to all the spots of the oven. Or at least the main ones, I suppose. Dirty. Sorry, chat. I got distracted and hyper focused on those knobs. Sorry about that. hope that's not too boring for you, but that's okay too. Getting this oven clean as hell, man. Going great. I love it. Gotta be thorough too. I don't wanna be lazy with it. I wanna be clean for real, seas. That's true. Get the knobs too, that's important. Knobs don't seem to be that dirty though. That's good. Some of them maybe. Scrub it. Scrub it, poop emoji? Okay, I'll scrub it a bit. How are you doing, my man? My little scrub lord. Sorry, no, I didn't mean that. Hello, rural sheepdog, sheep 6790. I thought you were 5728. Sorry, I got the wrong rural dog, sheepdog in my mind. Scrub time. Scrub it some more. Yes, yes, yes. Scrub the knobs. Got the wrong sheepdog. My bad. There we go. I need my toothbrush. There we go. How are you, sheepdog? Are you having a good time? What's going on in your lands? I checked out the garden plot I was assigned earlier, and I already have some plants, so my land is bountiful. I think there's some leftover plants sprouting from the last person who was assigned it. But I can't wait to grow some stuff. I've never done it before. I bought some like LED sprouting containers. So I need to check when what plants are in season. I'm hoping to maybe do some strawberries. That would be fun. Have my own strawberries. But I do need to clean the plot first though, because there's some dirt and grime in it. So that's on the agenda to do that. That's for sure. It's getting clean as hell, boy. Hell yeah. Get scrubbed. Starting to feel done with this part. Just want to get to the knob though. So I'm gonna one day soon do a little gardening stream. Well, not gardening yet, but first a little stream where I clean out my plot of land and make it ready for planting. And then a little planting stream. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be darn fun, I say. Hopefully I have enough internet. Because now I'm using my Wi-Fi, right? So hopefully I'll have enough like cell phone internet to last the hour or so. We'll see. I'll have to see how much YouTube Shorts drain internet, you know. But I'm looking forward to doing that too. Damn, look at that, it's beautiful. I am not trans, no. I'm all man. Do I seem trans? Is it my voice or what's going on? How are you, Nightline? I'm not taking offense. I'm just curious why I seem trans to you. I mean, I know I'm not necessarily traditionally masculine, but I'm very secure in my masculinity. Maybe that's why I'm not traditionally masculine, because I don't perform because I know I don't need to. I do it for me, man. That's why I'm girly for me. Was it the apron? Was it the beautiful flowery apron? The woman should get it? Do you mean what? How do you mean the woman should get it? Why I'm seem trans? Or because I'm cleaning the home and the women should be cleaning the home? Oh, that was dumb of me. Oopsie. Transitional phase like the others? The others who? So first of all, I just want to make sure I'm understanding. You think I'm male to female or female to male? Which one am I? First of all. So we get this straight. And there's no confusion. A man, that's good. That I'm a man or that I'm becoming a man? Am I gonna have to screw this off too? To be able to clean it? Maybe. Maybe. Can I even? I don't think I can get this off. I don't think I can. Oh, my butt. It's hurting. Tricky question? Wow, man. What was the tricky question? Me asking what type of transition I'm going through? I mean, if you think I'm in the transition phase, maybe it's either, right? But I just give off transition vibes, but not necessarily in any direction. Is that a good answer to what you felt I was? Or what you thought I was, or whatever? Not a deep voice, yes? I mean, listen, man, a deep voice isn't everything. I didn't put my skill points in a deep voice, but I am 6'3", motherfucker. I don't need a deep voice. I think I subconsciously learned to have a more of a softer voice because I'm already scary enough, right? So like me being tall and having a deep voice is just gonna scare people. So because I felt that I was already scary, I softened the parts of me that I could so that people would feel more equal to me and not be intimidated with help, which helps socially, you know, if that makes sense. I didn't need to like be more masculine because my height already made people treat me like a man, kind of. Does that make sense? Like, there's a reason it's the small men who have more of a complex than the tall ones, right? There's a reason men who look very scary are usually cuddly little bears, little cuddly bears, you know? They know that they're not. Yeah. What do you mean by that? Because it auto translates, so to me, it auto translated trains or like cable cars. I don't know. That's what it said. So I don't know what you said actually. But the most blank, the most trains have deep voices. Yes, I disagree. Well, actually, I can't disagree because I don't know what you meant by trains. So once that's clarified, I can give more of an opinion, I suppose. Oh, most trans people, I see. It translated trans to trains in Sweden, or trams. Did you say trams instead of trans? Because that would explain it. But I don't think most trans people have deep voices. And now, which kind? The ones who are male to female or female to male, right? Which one is it that has the deep voice, in your opinion? Because it could also depend on the amount of testosterone they are on or the amount of hormone replacement therapy they're on, right? So there's so many variables that changes it. So, yeah. I need to get in over there with my dirty toothbrush. I poop. It's a healthy part of my morning routine. There's not gonna be a cake yet, Abdomen. I'm cleaning my oven. I said I was making a cake later. I don't know when though. I have a lot of stuff I need to get done. And it might not be on stream. I'm sorry if I made you believe that. I'll stream it if you want to be there, but it's gonna be a while. I'm sorry if I tricked you. I didn't intend to. But yes, pooping is a healthy part of any routine. It's important to poop, but can't get those pipes clogged up. Gotta take care of everything. Okay, this is getting cleanish. Clean enough, I'd say. Still when I get to that part though. Get this dried out, kinda. There we go. Hello, boiling frog. How are you doing? I'm cleaning my oven. I got this part done. This kind of done. I gotta get the knobs, but I got sidetracked with this bottom compartment. That's life. That's what all the people say. Damn, look at me go. I'm a real Frank Sinatra. That's what I am. I hope you're having a good day, Boiling Frog. Although I do hope that your name is not indicative of your current life situation, because that would be dangerous. I am not trans, no, but I'm just curious as to why I'm believed to be. We don't need to stay on this subject, though. It's not really a big deal. I'm just a guy. But I don't ascribe to like traditional masculinity, no. I mean, it's probably because I'm autistic. Like a lot of people with autism, it's common with people with autism to be trans because of their kind of lesser understanding or like feeling of who they are, like themselves, kind of like identity. They don't really have a strong sense of identity as opposed to what's it called? Normies? I don't remember. Divergent? No, neurodivergent. Neurotypical. It's neurotypicals do. So that's why it's more common for people with autism to be trans. But I also have ADHD, so I was probably too distracted then to try and figure out my gender identity. But when I realized I was tall and scary, I tried to soften my voice and such. Sometimes I slouch my shoulders to be even less scary. Depends on the people, the vibe of the people I'm around, what I sense that they need to be comfortable. Right? I don't really feel the need to impress upon someone how masculine I am, if that makes sense. So I'm more soft. Okay. I don't need to fart right now. You should have heard me earlier, though. Kablamo, I woke up the whole neighborhood. They called the gas company asking if there was a leak. So I do have more of a autistic symptoms, but currently I don't because of my ADHD medication, which is Concerta, which is like Ritalin, but slow release for like 12 hours. So it has like 3 release stages, which boosts my dopamine, norepinephrine, just, brain chemicals, which makes me, I guess, more neurotypical in a way. I have a better mentalization ability all around. Better all around at being neurotypical. But I often wondered if my autistic symptoms are not because of autism, but because of trauma and learned behaviors. Like a bunch of things, really. I wasn't very socialized, but maybe I just wasn't very socialized because of my autism, Doesn't really matter. I take a no. Okay. A no to what? Oh, a fart. I see. That's fair. I'm not 100% aware. Public spaces makes me nervous. Yeah. They don't really make me nervous anymore, but overwhelmed maybe. But, if you don't enjoy something, you don't enjoy something. But there's a difference between not liking something and knowing that it's not for you, right? Like, because you can get rid of the public thing, being in public, making you nervous thing. You can get rid of that with training, right? KBT therapy and everything. It's going to be hard, it's going to be scary, but it's something you can overcome with the proper support and not like You gotta ease into it though. You gotta do what you're able to handle and not like go too fast, and like you should take it slow and manageable, right? Because when someone like, for example, if you have someone asking like on Reddit, I'm nervous in public environments, what should I do? The advice is very often not centered based on your, it's not personalized advice. Like the advice is just very flat, very like, a lot of people don't think of the fact that one advice might not be the right advice for every person. So that's why asking on Reddit isn't very good sometimes. But if you add in like how to do it when you have autism or something, you get more personalized advice. So that's important to realize that just because someone isn't nervous around public environment, it's not necessarily true that their solution is true for you. So you don't need to listen to everyone if they're giving you advice. If actually this advice I'm giving you, you probably didn't even ask for. No, you didn't ask for it. I just started rambling. I'm sorry. But it's an interesting point, and it's valid and important to know for everyone, maybe. And you can apply it to more than just being nervous in public environments, too. It applies to all parts of life when it comes to advice. We all learn differently. We're all different, so it's always different advice for everything. All the boys wants to all the boys wants me to take the first step or talk to them. I'm like a guy. I am like you, man. Talk to me or I'll ignore you. Are you actually I'm gonna ask you what you asked me. Are you trans? Or what you don't need to answer obviously, but it would help with the conversation. My understanding of your situation, I guess. Maybe I'll be able to give some more apt advice. So are you a woman who's more of a guy, or are you a guy who is transitioning to a woman? Okay, that's done. Now I need to get in over back there. That's gonna be rough. But first I need to get rid of this water. This water is dirty. Oh, I should clean the knobs actually. And what time is it? 11:03. Okay. Gonna get those knobs on and start making the cake. Absolutely not. Are you a cis woman? Or are you looking to be a man? Or are you transitioning to be a man? Or are you all woman, basically? I don't know. Oh, that's nice. Got these knobs. My cleaning solution already got some of the grease to just fall off, and that's cool. I made my own cleaning solution with white wine vinegar, dish soap, and some isopropyl alcohol, and then half of it water, and the rest the other stuff. It works wonders. So that's nice. Ooh ah ooh ah ooh ah wah bang bang ooh ah wah bang bang. So you're 100% woman and you want to have kids. Okay. I want to have kids too. I think I'd be a good dad. I do well with kids. I mean, look, if a guy is expecting you to make the first move, I mean, I think it takes two to tango. So if the guy can't make the first move, but you want to make a move, you want to have like something with him, you're going to have to make the first move. If he won't, someone will have to, you know? So it's not just on them, it's not just on you, right? But sometimes a relationship between two people is not 50-50. Sometimes someone will have to give a bit more, and sometimes the other will have to give a bit more, which is important. Relationships are not 50-50, they're not always equal. Sometimes someone will have to carry more of the burden. And that's normal, and it's not unfair, it's just, you know, that's just what being human is. So just keep that in mind. But if they're not making an effort after that initial thing, if you're making all the effort over and over again, that's different, obviously. But maybe at the start, you know, give them a shit. I don't know. Well, I do know. I'm just trying to find the words. Hang on. What's wrong with all of these cute men? They look at you, but they never talk to you. You give them direct eye contact, but they just walk right past you. Well, okay. They're scared. They don't know that a sign is a sign. There's actually a study where they had not. Okay, let me rephrase. They just don't know that they can approach you. They are just not socialized. You know, they don't know that you want them to approach them, or they're second guessing themselves and stuff. It's actually a common thing that happens, especially now when we have more internet usage and less social interaction in person, that people don't understand signals and such. Right? Could also be that they don't want to approach. You know, you shouldn't assume what's going on in their head. That's never good in any situation to assume. I'm lost right now. Basically, currently, humans are bad at noticing signals, basically. There was a study where they had unbiased people watching two people interact, flirting with each other, and the people who were supposed to notice if they were flirting, like 60% of the people did not realize they were flirting, did not see the signals of flirting when asked. You're also scared of talking to them? Is that what you're saying? I need more than this. Holy moly. This is greased up. This is a dirty, dirty little thing. Oh boy, that's greened in there. I think the dynamics between men and women is currently changing, and it has been changing since the 70s, which is why we have all of these increased. I'm not asking for my own sake, but how old are you? Because So basically, like we have the manosphere, the red, like there's a lot of like things popping up with like how to be a man. I've also noticed that happening with women dating dynamics as well. And they're all acting like they have the answer, but there's no, like we have the female dating strategy subreddit and podcast, which I have read, and like I've read the subreddit, I've listened to their podcast, and they're also very absolute in what dating should be and what a woman should be and how a woman should date, just as the male part of that is like doing the same thing but about how men should be, how men should date, that they what to be, right? And they're all wrong because they act like there's one answer to the question and there's not one answer to the question, and people believing them when they say that this is what it should be and stuff is them acting like they have the answer when the answer is different based on what kind of person you are. You have people who understand what kind of person you are, and you have people who do not understand what kind of person you are. You have women who are more masculine, but still women. You have men who are more feminine, but still men. The dynamics are different. Every person is different in how masculine or feminine they are. And when we look at masculine and feminine traits, the mistake we make is assigning them two genders. Those traits are used traditionally masculine or feminine, but it does not mean that feminine traits does not express themselves in a male and vice versa. So we have different people for different people. We have different answers to finding different people for different people. Everything is fluid. Sounds stupid, but it's true. What works for you, works for you. What person works for you, right? If neither of you approach each other, it doesn't work for you. Does that make sense? Like, if you're too scared to approach the man and the man is too scared to approach you, you're not right for each other because you need a man who's confident enough to approach you, right? And I'm not saying it's always going to be that way. You're going to change as you grow, as you do different things in life. It's going to change you as a person. Hopefully, mostly for the better. It's going to improve your life, right? And that's going to change how you are. And like one thing you can do to change how you are is to learn to approach men, maybe. That way you can be a woman who can approach the men who are too scared to approach you and stuff. Like, that's a solution you can do, right? How to do that solution is different. Sorry. That's okay. I'm not sure if you meant that you're leaving, but if you are, or if you're not, because I want to keep talking about this, but if you're leaving, I don't need to. But the answer is fluid, and try to give the men the benefit of the doubt. Don't just like assign the same thing to what's going on in their mind. Like maybe they didn't feel well that day, or maybe they're anxious about other stuff. There's a whole bunch of things that could be the reason for why they do what they do. And assigning the same reason for why they do not approach you, it's just gonna damage you in the long run, because you create a false reality when the reality is that reality is fluid. Kind of. So you always gotta consider all the angles, which is what mentalization is, which is harder when you have autism or ADHD, obviously. but it's not impossible. It's more of a, it's not as like ingrained automatically in you, but you can learn to do it, obviously, which you have to like remind yourself to do it at first, but then it kind of becomes more of a natural part of you. You kind of like train your brain to be more neurotypical in a way. Kind of. And thank you for saying it's a nice stream. That feels nice. Thank you. You seem very nice too. I hope you find the man for you. These knobs, man. I might need more stronger cleaning solution for some of these knobs. Oh my back. Ow. Okay. Ow. Ooh, shake it loose. Shake it loose, son. That's the oven kind of clean for now. Oh. Ouch. Good stretch. Yes, please. Daddy likes. Okay. This towel's dirty now. No more. Dirty towel. Dirty towel, clean the floor. Dirty towel, clean the floor. Oh, I also need to clean the wall. God damn it. Oh, it never ends. But at least I got to be part of it, never ending. Happy days. Oh my God. I walk like a duck now. I've been sitting down so much. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie indeed, my dear friends. What are you doing down there? Get up here. There you go. You okay? You good? You good, son? Oh. Hoo-wee. Where are we going? What kind of cake we're gonna make? What kind of cake we're gonna make? What kind of cake we're gonna make? Ow. My butt. My butt is goofed on. Green screen? There's a green screen option? Oh, okay. Never mind. That's cool. What's this? It's a decal? A vote? A vote? Ask a question? It's cool. Okay, that's cool. Okay. I'm going to end the stream there because I did clean my oven adequately for it now. I hope you all have a lovely day and take care, and thank you for hanging out. It was nice of you to stay around. Bye. Wait, yes, I do. Bye.